Hey guys, welcome to another Ned's Tool Talk video. Today's video, not a Ryobi, not a Milwaukee. We got a DeWALT. Who would guess? Oopsie. Oops. Anyways, so in today's video we got a DeWALT line trimmer. I just borrowed it off my friend, did a bit of a testing. I just wanted to see the difference between some different tool brands, because I've been mainly using Ryobi stuff, so I just really wanted to see what other tool brands have to offer. And to be quite honest, I was a little bit surprised and genuinely surprised and shocked by how good this thing actually is. Anyways, what is this? So this is a DeWALT DCM ST 561-XE string trimmer. So this is not gonna be the high-end line trimmers from DeWALT. Let me just take out the battery before I press the button again. So this is, as I said, it's not gonna be the high-end line of the line trimmers from DeWALT. This is gonna be more of your entry level. You can buy this unit at Bunnings. It costs 299 AUD, so pretty much $300, and you're gonna get a line trimmer as you see it here. You're gonna get a charger, and you're gonna get one of these 5 amp-hour batteries. We'll talk about the battery a bit later. Now, what do I like and what do I not like about this trimmer? Well, first of all, it's light. Now, even without a battery, it's very light. Now, when we insert a battery in there, this tool has a pretty decent balance, which means you're not going to be fighting the tool, pushing it down and pushing it up. When you're holding it like this, it's going to be more or less well and nicely balanced. That's one thing I like about it. The other thing I like about it is, look at the size of that guard. Just look at the size of that guard. Size of that guard means your boots and your legs are gonna be beaten less and gonna stay cleaner. The third thing is, I'm not sure if I like it or not. A lot of majority of the line trimmers, they have a battery in there, and there's your power head, there's your motor and everything. You got a trigger here, and then you've got like a steel cable running through and driving the head. Now this one, this is just your battery, your switch gear. There's literally just an electrical cable, and your motor is in the head, like my other Ryobi Whisper series trimmer. Now that being said, this is a very quiet unit and very powerful also, because when you have a motor directly on the shaft and the line 5 centimeters below it, that means that you're gonna have a lot of power. But it's also not good because you've got these cutouts here, same as Ryobi line trimmer as well, and all of them that will have the motor here. If you want to wash it, if you want to clean it, you don't really want to get water in there. You gotta be really careful. You gotta pretty much just use a dry cleaning method. That's one downside of it. The swat size on the trimmer here, something's banging. The swat size on the trimmer here is 36 centimeters diameter, which is plenty good. And they state 96 decibel rating, and speed 1, it's 4,600 RPM, and speed 2 is 6,000 RPM. That is with no load, so don't expect 6,000 RPM when you dig it in a thick grass. So the trimmer, literally, that's where you slot the battery in. You're gonna have, this is your speed 1 up, speed 2 down. It says low and high for speed 2. This is your switch trigger, and this is your safety. So as you're holding it with your thumb, you're going to be pressing the safety, and then you can squeeze the trigger right there. It is a variable speed trigger, which is very good. All the tools should have that kind of trigger. This handle, you can mount it anywhere you like in this area here. So you got about, I'd say, 15 centimeters of space to play around. And this is called a split shaft trimmer. I can't say I like it. I don't really see much of a point except for storage. Now what you're gonna do is there's like a small safety clip. You pull that down, you unlatch it there, open that, and it falls like that. Yeah. Not. Yeah, look at this. Okay. So there's a I just realized. So there's this groove here. If you see this groove right here on the guard, let me position it. Can you see that groove right there on the guard? And see this bit here? When you close them, look what happens. Come on. You just leave that. And it just snaps in. So you can just carry your trimmer like this. That's nifty. I'm not sure how necessary it is. Again, it's very handy if you live in a small block or small house or townhouse or something, inner city, and you're stuck on space. This would be very handy. This is handy to transport it in a car, actually, because all the trimmers, majority of them don't split in the middle. So I'm a fan. I must say I'm a fan. Now just a couple of words, quick word about these batteries. The 5 amp hour lithium ion battery pack, 90 watts, 90 watt hours. So it's pretty much a standard 5 amp hour battery. It's got a squeeze and pull out or push in thing, and this is your battery level indicator. Now one thing I don't like about this, all the brands that I'm used to, when you squeeze it and release it, it's gonna stay on for maybe 2-3 seconds to show you the battery charge status. This one, squeeze and you release, it's gone. It's also got only 3 lights, so full is better, which most of the brands do, or even Bosch Pro Core tools, they have 5 indicator lights, so you got literally in 20% increments you can tell your battery charge. This is in 33% increments, which is when you're down to 1 bar, so you got to literally 30% of battery. So that's a bit of a downside with the batteries. But let's slap the battery in and let's cut some grass. Also, one more thing, from factory this trimmer runs 2 millimeter line. I would recommend you to stick to 2 mil. If you're gonna go more, maybe 2.4, but don't push it more than that. You're gonna be burning out your motor. The trimmer's not designed for it. You're gonna have issues with the line jamming in the head, and you're gonna have vibrations, and you're gonna be running through these like there's no tomorrow, because the bigger line sucks the batteries like crazy. So let's get cutting. So we're gonna be in low speed, aka speed 1. Let's see. That was speed 1, and look at my legs, guys. See what I said about this big guard? My legs are clean as. It's like I'm not even cutting. Makes a big difference, the bigger guard. So I've got some really thicker grass here, so let's kick it in the speed 2. Whoa! That's insane. That's got so much power. Back to speed 1. That's got so much power, guys. That's amazing. I'm really surprised. I've never used the DeWALT line trimmer or outdoor power tools, but I'm really positively surprised by how much power this thing's got. Speed 1's really powerful. Speed 2, it's insane. You can be cutting a field with it. It's got a 36 centimeter reach, so it can spread its line across a decent amount of area, and with that speed, 6,000 RPM, that's insane. I'm really surprised with it, guys. I would really recommend this thing. Battery use, nothing. You didn't even feel it. Also, I'd like to touch on one more thing. This is speed wind head, and it's very similar to other brands where, see those two white lines there? Right there. So when you run out of line, you just spin this spin and line up those two white lines, and then you feed the line from this side through until it comes out on this side out. So you just feed it through, pull it out, make an equal amount of line on both sides, and then just wind it on clockwise. Just literally wind it on. If you ever have an issue of your line getting jammed inside and you gotta open the head, there's one button here and another button there. Squeeze those two buttons. If you got a bigger head, you can probably squeeze both of them at the same time. If not, squeeze one by one. See, it's gonna pop like that open, and that way you open the head, you can clear out the line, put it back together, feed the new line in, and of course it's a bump fit head. This line trimmer with a 5 amp hour battery for 299 AUD is, I'm gonna say this, it's a better deal than a lot of Ryobi tools in Bunnings, because you gotta get it well into 350, 360, 370 in Ryobi range to get this kind of power from a line trimmer with a battery in a kit. So again, I've said it a few times, if you're in a market for the line trimmer, and if you're on a DeWALT platform, if you're on no platform and you're thinking which one to go, Ryobi, this, that, yes, Ryobi's got more tools for home and for outdoor than DeWALT for DIYers, and they're cheaper in general. Like a lot of tools are cheaper, drills and stuff, but this line trimmer in particular, if you're thinking about it, don't think, sit in a car, go Bunnings, pick yourself up one, 299 AUD, you will not make a mistake. I'm genuinely impressed with it. This has got more power than my Ryobi 36 volt unit. Of course, this is a brushless unit, 18 volt. So that being said, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. I'm gonna stay with this thing, I'm gonna play a little bit more. I like it. Me like it. Ciao, guys.